Hi, I'm Pat Balcom with Highland Rim Speedway and would like to welcome everybody at the racetrack and let you know that we race every Saturday night, and we have a family type atmosphere. We encourage families to bring their children and their friends and everyone that they know and have a good time here at the racetrack.
I've been coming over at Highland Rim probably since I was about 12, 13 years old. I watched Marty Robbins run over here back in, and he run the wing car stuff, the open wheel dirt cars, and I guess I've been working over here for about 10 years. Ronnie's had the track 8 years, I think. Then I worked for Harold when he had it, and it's a good family track for kids to come watch. They don't allow no drinking.
I've been racing up here just ever since the track was first built. It was built by Ed Shannon, and that was back about '62. And it was a dirt track, and it's probably one of the best dirt track there was in the whole state of Tennessee, or matter of fact, the whole area around here. He knew how to take care of the track, and he kept it. It was just a tremendous dirt track. We used to have people from everywhere, all over the state of Alabama and Tennessee, Kentucky, and everywhere else come here and run. Then he sold the track. Dempsey Newell and a boy by the name of Richard Moores bought it. And they ran it for about 1 year as a dirt track, or 2 years as a dirt track, and they decided to pave it. So in 1969 it was paved, and we opened the 1970 season on it as an asphalt track. And it then became one of the fastest quarter-mile tracks in the country. And we used to have Bobby Allison, Bob Burcham, Freddie Fryer, Marty Robbins ran here, Darrell Waldrop, Neil Bonnet, you name it, just the elite of the racers used to come here and run. And we used to have some heck of a shows. About 1971 or 2, Dempsey Newell had taken it over altogether by himself, and so he decided he was going to sell it. He was a president of the local Union 327, and he had so much stuff to do, he just didn't have time for the track. So he decided to sell it, and at that time, Mr. Formosa, Tony Formosa, and myself was going to try to buy it, but we missed out by just a little bit of time on getting over there to meet him, and Neil Chaffin ended up buying it. And after that time, Harold Chaffin, Neil's brother, ran it for the years that it was run before we got it after that. And then in 1989, the track became available to be purchased. And I had run on it in '89 as a driver, and I was ready to kind of get out of driving because I was getting a little age on me, and it was just time to kind of do something else. And I had got into kind of the real estate development business and commercial real estate, and I really was kind of weaning myself away from driving. But when it became available, I pursued trying to get it, and it didn't work out at first. And then December of '89, we purchased a track from Neil Chaffin, and when we bought it, we decided we was going to try to make some changes and make it a family track to where you could bring your family and you didn't have to incur the drinking and the stuff that went on before. So we don't allow any alcohol beverages in the track. We don't sell any, and we don't allow any in. I think that's helped our attendance quite a bit, because now we have people that can come and bring their family and enjoy themselves. You know, now women make up about 40% of the race fans. So if you got daddy and mama both coming, and it's so rough they can't bring the kids, and they all can't come, so they all stay home. So we want it to where they can feel comfortable by bringing their kids and not worrying about them being in an atmosphere that's contrary to what they want them to be in. So we put that effort out, and I think it's worked real well. We've changed a little bit of the racing. in 95, the winter of 95, we went ahead and tore the track completely up and reworked it and lengthened it just a little bit and repaved it all. So it's really a good smooth track now, and it's raceable. You have some good side-by-side racing, and the speeds are still there. So it's really turned out real good. So we're trying to get everybody to come and enjoy themselves and enjoy the racing and enjoy being here with us. And we appreciate them all coming and look to see them all.
Okay, we're getting the cars lined up now for the late model stock car feature. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 50-lap late model stock car feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. And this is going to be an exciting feature race. In the front row, we're going to have the number 25 car. That's Tommy Davison, car 25. Front row outside will be car number 10, Ruben Lancaster. There's another one of those Bowling Green, Kentucky drivers. In the second row, it looks like car 98 will line up in the second row. Roy Doris from Cottontown in the 98 car. Second row outside in car number 99 is Tony Willis. And Tony is another one of those cars from Bowling Green. Tony always runs well here at Highland Rim Speedway. He's, as they say, a hard charger.
Tony Willis is a former track champion here. He is a hard charger. He races hard. Walter, I believe we will see some metal flying in this division tonight.
Let's move back down to the third row and pick up car number 7. That is Gary Binkley Sr. in the number 7 car. In the 01 car back there, we have Scott Gay. And Scott Gay comes out of Greenbrier, I believe it is. Back in the fourth row is car number 13. That is Michael Ray Montgomery in the 13 car, and the number 1 car of Ray Bevel. On back in row number 5, car 22, Mike Barrett. Also car 33 in the race, Steve Krotz. In the 6th row, we pick up car 2, Kerry Boyd, and the number 5 car of Bobby Terry. Then we have car 97. That is Gary Moore in car 97. Car number 8, Tony Lynch. The 07 car of Gary Binkley Jr. Remember, we have Gary Binkley Sr. and Jr. both in this race. There's car number 93. That's Jimmy Victory in the 93 car. Car 16 being driven tonight by Joey Rogers, and the number 12 car of Bobby Parsley. And I believe that's the field. We're ready to go here in the late model stock car division.
Chevy Monte Carlo is pretty well represented out there tonight.
Always. Always. Short track racing, you can always look for them.
25 car, I just noticed, was a Pontiac. I believe that's one of the few Pontiacs that runs in this division. This division is competitive. It's getting more competitive every year. Again, Walter, all the cars are not here that are going to run. There's several more cars that are not finished yet. They look good right now. Whether they'll look as good or not, this year Highland Rim has changed. Used to, in this division, we ran a 30-lap race. This year, every race, except for the bigger ones, the things that have promotions and things like that, these will all be 50-lap races every Saturday night.
So we're going to have a 50-lap or longer race each week.
Right.
Well, we're just about ready for the green flag. They always give these cars a few extra laps, Harold, to
heat up the tires and just get the end. With those engines, they need to get that oil warmed up quite a bit, especially on a night like tonight. You know,
Right.
I need to be warmed up myself. You know.
Well, a lot of times what you have at Harold, Walter, is the cars sit down
yes.
at the bottom of the track. They get cold. The rear windows will fog up. That driver needs those rear windows to tell where his
They don't have
competition's
defrosters.
coming. They don't have defrost. They don't have rear window defrosters or rear window windshield wipers. So they give them 4, 5, 6 laps, get the tires hot, get the engines hot, get the dew off the back window. And tonight there's going to be a lot of dew. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there wasn't a little frost behind that window tonight.
Splash some snow out there, maybe.
Well, I don't think it's quite that cold, but it's pretty chilly. Folks, staying with us in the stands tonight.
Brave souls, I'm here to tell you.
And again, we want to salute all of the camera folks that are working with the cameras for our cable television coverage of stock car racing here at Highland Rim Speedway. And they've all done an outstanding job working out in the cool breeze here tonight at Highland Rim. This is the 50-lap late model stock car division feature. And we're just about ready for that green flag. One of the track officials over on the back straightaway giving the cars the signal to double down and get ready for the green flag to fly.
Walter, there's 6 cars that I've counted in this division that could win this race. If I had to pick a favorite right now, I would say the 99 car would probably be the one to be the favorite. But when you're running this race, when you start a 50-lap race, you never know what's going to happen in turns 1, 2, and 4 at the start of a race at Highland Rim Speedway, especially in the late model stock car division.
And I'd say there are several unknowns in this race tonight, too. Several drivers with new cars or different cars, so there are some question marks out here. And I'm sure some of the drivers have some question marks in their own mind right now as to what they can do or what their car will do as we get ready for the green flag.
They're fixing to drop the flag. I noticed that Gary Binkley's back at Highland Rim for the first time in quite a while.
Okay, here we go, going 50 laps, late model stock cars getting the green flag as they come on a turn 4 and they roar down the front straightaway. Immediately moving into front will be car number 10, Ruben Lancaster from Plano, Kentucky, near Bowling Green. Caution flag comes out as we've had a car get into the wall over here in turn 4, and the caution flag is out, and there he is.
Car number 1. Huh?
That's Bubba Bevel. He
Right.
got rammed in the rear end, and that's what usually happens at the start of a race on turn 3 because they got their speed up. Somebody has to check up because they're so packed in, and he got hit in the rear end, just spun right around. There'll be a complete restart is what they'll have.
Ray from Greenbrier in the number 1 car. There he is. He'll be able to turn it and stay in the race.
Yeah, I don't think he took not very much impact at all, I don't believe.
Once again, Walter, Tony Willis was the fastest car, but he drew a 4 out of that hat we was talking about a while ago. He drew a 4. He's starting in the 4th position, I believe I'm right. He's starting in the 4th position, and then the other cars are in front. He may have a little hard time. Yeah, I believe that is Gary Binkley Jr. Is that
Yes.
the Jr.? That's Gary Binkley Jr. This is his first time to race here. Also, his dad's raced here for a long time.
We're talking about the 07 car now over on the back straightaway that they've got the hood up on it over there, and they're working on it. There he is. That's the 07 car of Gary Binkley Jr., and he's talking now with some of his crew members in the infield, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stay in this race or not. We only went 1 lap, and they're going to have to bring out the wrecker. So while we do that, looks like we're going to have a little delay in getting this 50-lap late model stock car feature underway. So let's take a timeout. We'll be back as Gary Binkley Jr., very disappointed, standing outside that 07 car. We'll be back in a moment to find out if he's going to be able to stay in the race after this timeout. Well, just as we expected, or suspected, I guess, Gary Binkley Jr. 07 car into the infield, and he's coming through the infield. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back out on the track or not, but we're ready to start this 50-lap late model feature. And if Gary Binkley Jr. is coming back out, he needs to go ahead and come on out at the end of the pack, or he's going to be down a lap when this thing starts. We're going 50 laps. And the green flag's going to fly next time by. The flagman has the green in his hand. Gary Binkley Jr. still in the infield, so he won't get out here for the start. And here we go. They're coming out of turn 4, and we're racing again. Getting a restart on this race after we had a spin out and a caution flag on the first lap a few minutes ago. And again, Ruben Lancaster out in front of the number 10 car as we complete the first lap. And now we're going to get a lap in, and we are officially racing now. Won't have any restarts on this one. Going 50 laps with the late model stock car division. And now we do have a caution flag coming out on the second lap of the
Demolition
race.
Derby time.
Yeah, we got Demolition Derby in 2. I was afraid it was going to happen. I don't want to say I said so, but it piled up. If one wrecks up front like that, it usually tears it all to pieces, and we're going to end up with a very few cars ready to finish this race.
Well, we have mass confusion over in turn 4 as all kind of cars are stalling on the track, and we're going to have to take another time out while they straighten all of this out. We'll see how many are out and how many stay in when we come back here in just a moment. All the drivers are okay, and some sheet metal damage, and they're picking up pieces of the cars and tossing it over the fence out there and out of turn 4. We'll take a time out and be back for the 50-lap late model stock car feature in just a moment. We have the number 33 car in the infield. That's Steve Krotz. Also in the infield, the number 13 car is Michael Ray Montgomery. We had the 93 car leave the track on a record, Jimmy Victory. And I think another car also.
Number 2's out too, I believe.
Yeah, Kerry Boyd's car 2 is also out of the race. But on the track, we've still got a good field of cars, and there is your leader, car number 10. That's Ruben Lancaster from plain old Kentucky, just outside Bowling Green. In second place, the 99 car, Tony Willis, also from Bowling Green. And Bobby Terry, car 5 from Nashville. The green flag is out, and we're racing again here at Highland Rim Speedway. This is the late model stock car division. Ruben Lancaster brings the field around. Tony Willis right behind him in car 99. And then Bobby Terry, car 5. This is going to be an outstanding race. It's unfortunate that some of the cars got knocked out here early, because had they been able to stick around, anything could have happened, because this race is definitely going to be interesting before it's all over.
I believe 07, he's down 2 laps, right? But he's moving up pretty good.
The 07 car is back in the pack. He is 2 laps down, as he got out there a little bit late, didn't get out for the start of the race. But right now, he's got to hope that all of these cars up front start losing laps in order to give him a chance to get back in the lead lap. There's car 10.
Trouble in turn 4, but he saved it.
Car number 10, Ruben Lancaster is still your leader. Tony Willis, car 99, right behind him. Bobby Terry, car 5. There they are. Those are the top 3. Then back in 4th place, coming on around, let's pick up the number 4 car if we can. Here he comes. That's car 22, Mike Barrett. He's back in 4th place. Car 22, Mike Barrett in 4th place. And right behind him will be car number 98, Roy Doris. Here they are coming down the front straightaway, heading into turns 1 and 2, and now on the back straightaway. Number 22 car in 4th place, Mike Barrett, Roy Doris, car 98, followed by car number 97, which is still in there and still running strong. The 97 car driven by Gary Moore.
9 laps completed, Walter.
Going 50 under the green here at Highland Rim Speedway in the late model stock car division. This is the top division here at Highland Rim Speedway, the late model stock car division. Fans come from all around Middle Tennessee and South Central Kentucky to watch the cars in this division race.
22 is getting awfully loose. He's almost lost it a couple of times. He's falling back now.
Yeah, and we're going to have a caution flag as there's Mike Barrett, car 22. He has slowed.
I believe we'll have oil or some fluid on the track.
Yeah,
we've
got a problem on the track over on the back straightaway. Looks like quite a bit of oil on the back straightaway over there. So the track officials have thrown the caution flag, and with 14 laps completed, we're under caution. And it looks like we may have a delay here for a few minutes while we get some stay dry down on the track. While we do that, we're going to pause again for a sponsor by telling you that you're watching stock car racing from Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. And we'll be back with more action in just a moment. Green flag is about ready to fly again here on the late model stock car division as Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car and Tony Willis in car 99, followed by Bobby Terry in car number 5, ready to go racing again. The green flag is out, and here we go. We have 14 laps complete. We're going 50 under the green here at Highland Rim Speedway in the late model stock car division. As I said a few moments ago, the top division here at Highland Rim Speedway, and the division that folks always come from miles around to watch. A good field of drivers in this division from all around Middle Tennessee and South Central Kentucky.
And even though the first wreck took out several cars, we still have some very, very strong cars out there.
Absolutely. And we've still got a good battle going on up front between Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car and Tony Willis in the 99 car. Bobby Terry right there. And now, if you notice, the 98 car, Roy Doris from Cottontown, has moved up there and has gotten in the battle. So Roy Doris in the 98 car running fourth. There he is. Good shot of the 98 car. Roy Doris from Cottontown.
Learn to drive like that on Highway 25 through Cottontown. If you drive Highway 25, Highland Rim is a breeze.
All right. So we've got 4 cars up there really in that lead draft, and they're going after each other. Any of the 4 could end up winning this 50-lap late model feature here tonight at the track. Folks, if this is your first experience with racing at Highland Rim Speedway, we'd like for you to know that this is just an example of what you see on a regular basis here at the track. Spin out here on the front straightaway. There's the number 7 car, and it just hasn't been Gary Binkley's night here tonight. Gary Binkley Sr. from Greenbrier in the number 7 car. Look at the damage on the front of that car, especially on that left front fender.
Boy, you hate to see that. I mean, that car was just mint condition when he pulled in here tonight.
Really looks sharp. So he'll have a lot of work in the shop this week to get all of that fixed, but he'll be able to stay in the race, I think, as he pulls back out on the track and heads around. We'll see what he's going to do. Looks like he's going to be able to stay in. Meanwhile, the 07 car of his son is in the infield. That's Gary Binkley Sr.'s 7 car you're looking at. Now in the infield, the 07 car is out of the race. That's Gary Binkley Jr. Those 2 cars are painted up in a very similar manner, red with the gold numbers.
Very attractive cars.
Both of them
pretty cars.
Very attractive. Okay, we're ready to go. I think the green's going to come back out. There's your leader, car 10. That's, of course, the leader in the 50-lap feature here tonight, Ruben Lancaster from Bowling Green. And here he comes by, getting the green flag. As we were mentioning earlier, when you're up front, you get that green again, it's a good opportunity to really stick your foot in it and try to build yourself a little cushion between that second place car. All right, Gary Binkley Jr. back out on the track in the 07 car. And there you see him down on the inside as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. That's your leader you're looking at, number 10 car.
20 laps completed, Walter. 30 more to go.
Approaching the halfway point of this 50-lap late model stock car feature. Just exciting stock car racing and a good crowd. Of course, it's early season racing here at Highland Rim Speedway. Weather a little bit chilly here on this Saturday night, but much warmer weather coming. Got some sparks flying from under Gary Binkley Jr.'s 07 car as he comes around, and he's got a problem.
He's lost some parts and some stuck on the track there, I believe.
And the caution flag is going to come out as a result. And Gary Binkley Jr. 07 off of the back straightaway into the infield. There he is coming into the infield, and he is out of the race again. That'll slow down all of the cars because of the problems that he had. Track officials will take a look at the track, and
looks like he lost part of the brake component there.
As soon as we get the all clear from the track officials, we'll get back to the green.
Very hot too.
Down there in turn number 1.
Say it don't take long to look at this.
Let's get a shot down there and turn. There is one of the track officials. You see the part laying along the inside of the wall there in turn 1. There you go. You can see it there laying over there by the wall. There's the track official that moved it off the track.
Whoa.
It was a little warm. That's what we were talking about.
It's like the guy that picked up the hot skillet. Is the skillet hot? And he said, no, just don't take me long to look at the skillet.
I guess that's true here tonight. All right. Okay, here we go. We'll be ready for the green to come out again here in just a moment. Having a good time at Highland Rim Speedway tonight. Good stock car racing here.
How could you not at a racetrack? I mean,
absolutely. Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car up front. There he is. He's about to get the green flag again. Coming out of turn 4. There it is. Green is out, and we're racing again. Going 50 laps under the green here tonight. And the caution flag has tightened things up in the race here quite a bit. You see several cars now getting up there in that lead drought, including the leader, Ruben Lancaster in the number 10 car. Tony Willis, car 99. Bobby Terry in the number 5 car. Then we have car number 98, Roy Doris in the 98 car. From Cottontown, back behind him is car 1. That's Ray Bubba Bevel in the number 1 car. Then the 7 car of Gary Binkley Sr. and the 97 car, all in that lead draft. Gary Moore driving car 97. Some good-looking late model stock cars racing here tonight. And also still on the track and still in the race is the number 16 car of Joey Rogers.
It's a very close racing once again, Walter, too. Very close. Car number 97 getting awfully loose, too. Going up high. 24 laps. The boat's now. If I read that right.
And Bobby Terry, as Ruben Lancaster has dropped off the pace, and he's got a big problem with the number 10 car. There you see the new leader, 99. Tony Willis has taken over the lead. And I don't know what's happened to Ruben Lancaster's car 10, but he has dropped off the pace. He has gone from being the leader back to 3rd to 4th, now to 5th place in the race. There's Ruben, car number 10. He's got a problem with the number 10 car. I don't know what happened, but he dropped off the pace and dropped back quickly in the race when he did. He's all the way back now to 5th place in the race.
Yeah, like you said, he lost 4 positions there in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. Now he seems to be kind of holding his position there momentarily, but he's not nearly as strong as he was earlier. And of course, that's the break that Tony Willis was waiting on. And Tony Willis in car 99, there he is, has inherited the lead. Car 99, Tony Willis from Bowling Green takes over the lead, and that moves Bobby Terry in the number 5 car up to 2nd place. There's Tony Willis, car 99. Right behind him, Bobby Terry. There he is in car 5. Bobby Terry running 2nd in the race as we have another caution flag. And again, it's Gary Binkley's car number 7 over in turn 2.
Just not the Binkley's night.
Gary just hasn't had a good night at all. There you see his back bumper laying there on the track as he turns. And let's see, I don't know if he looks like he's going to try to stay in the race. Track officials out there.
Oh yeah, bumper's not required. Neither is fenders, hood. Of course, that's fiberglass. That's not metal.
Right,
so we point that out.
Yeah. There's Gary turning his car, and he's going to try and stay in the race. And as we pointed out a few moments ago, Harold, as you were talking, that car really looked sharp when the race started. But look at it now. Oh man, he has really taken a beating here tonight. Still got some sheet metal hanging off the right rear fender there.
It's getting lighter by the lap, though.
That's true.
It weighs 500 pounds.
Looks like we may have lost some lights here along the front straightaway. And
these cars don't have lights.
But let's see. I think we're going to don't know if they're going to put a caution. They've got the caution is out, of course. And they'll have to check the lights here and find out exactly what's happened with the lights. And while we do that, let's take a break. We'll be back to continue with racing here at Highland Rim Speedway in just a moment. Back to racing here in the late model stock car 50 lap feature at Highland Rim Speedway. Tony Willis in the 99 car, continuing to hold the lead. Running second is Bobby Terry, car 5. And the number 1 car is in the hunt as well. That is Ray Bevel in the number 1 car, running in 3rd place.
Fortunately, the bank of lights is out on the front straightaway, so at least they're going straight when they head into the darkness.
Yeah, it's only one little section here along the front straightaway where there's pretty dark, and that's from about the flag stand just down short of turn number 1. There's still enough light to race, and so track officials decided to go ahead and try to finish this 50 lap late model stock car feature here tonight. And I'm sure Tony Willis doesn't mind, because he's out in front holding the lead, and right behind him is Bobby Terry in car number 5. There are your 2 top cars in this race so far. There's quite a bit of distance between Bobby Terry in car 5, who's running second, and the 3rd place car of Ray Bubba Bevel back in car 1. So
he's going to sneak up on in the dark, he was.
I don't think it's that dark. All right. Tony Willis car, there's your 3rd place car. Ray Bevel, car 1. Your 2 leaders just passing the flag stand right now, completing another lap. Tony Willis, car 99. Bobby Terry in car 5. Running up front in complete control of the race at this point.
We'll have about half the cars that we started with, approximately.
I think maybe a little less than half of the cars that started the race here tonight. But that's one of the problems you run into early in the season. And as I said, when the race started, there were a lot of question marks. I'm sure that lots of the drivers had some questions about their cars. There's Bobby Terry losing car 5 and spinning out over between turn 1 and 2. So now another caution flag comes out. That takes Bobby Terry not out of the race, at least back in the pack. We'll see if he'll be able to stay in the race at all or not.
I believe he might be finished the way that thing exploded.
The caution flag is out, and this will hold us up again, as Bobby's going to be able to turn it, and we'll see if he heads into the infield or stays on the track. That'll be a good indication. He's coming into the infield. So Bobby Terry is out of the race in the number 5 car. Meanwhile, we've had lights restored here on the front straightaway. They got the lights back on a few moments ago. That's why they went on with the racing, and it just takes these lights a few minutes to get back up to power back up and get the light to shining again. So Bobby Terry into the infield of the number 5 car, and we may have the safety crew coming out here to do some work on the track. So let's take another time out as the hood comes up on the number 5 car of Bobby Terry. It looks like he may be through for the night. We'll find out when we come back here in a moment, as Nashville, Tennessee's Bobby Terry is in the infield with the number 5 car, and they're taking a look at his car right now. Let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment. We're ready for the green flag to come out again as we're ready to wrap up the 50-lap late model stock car feature here tonight at Highland Rim Speedway. Tony Willis, car 99 from Bowling Green, your leader. Running at second place is Ray Bevel in car number 1 from Greenbrier. And the green flag is coming out again, and we're racing. Running in third place is the number 10 car. And look out over there in turn number 2. Ray Bevel spinning out in car 1, and another caution flag comes out.
A little too much stay dry.
We had Bobby Terry, of course, blowing a little earlier, and he got oil all over the track, and we had to put down some stay dry. And there's Ray Bevel coming around. He got caught in that state dry, as Harold said. There he is. He'll be able to stay in the race as he spun out over there in turn 2.
Yeah, that stay dry, I understand, until it really gets worked into the pavement, it's just like basically ball bearings, you know. And it's very, very slippery until it gets worked into the pavement.
So he comes around, Ray Bevel in car number 1. He is from Greenbrier, and he's going to stay in the race. We're going to be ready to go again as he will be awarded his position back, as that's been adjudged to have been the fault of the track. And as a result, he is awarded his position back in 2nd place in this race. There's your leader, car 99, Tony Willis from Bowling Green. Ray Bevel back up there in 2nd place. In 3rd place, the number 10 car of Ruben Lancaster. And then right behind Ruben is car number 98. As you see, there's Ruben, car 10. There's 98, Roy Doris. Right behind him will be the number 7 car of Gary Binkley. Then car number 97, Gary Moore. And the number 16 car is still hanging in this race, holding in. That is Joey Rogers from Cottontown. So we're ready for the green flag to come out again. We're going to take one more lap, and then we'll look for the green. Wrapping up the 50-lap late model stock car feature here at Highland Rim Speedway.
And this has been a mission of survival.
It really has. But I think the drivers learned a lot here tonight. And, you know, some of these drivers, we talked about some of them moving up, and some of them in new cars, making changes, different cars. And they had a lot of things to get used to here tonight. And I think it has been a learning experience for some of the drivers, just getting accustomed to racing on the track and driving their new cars here at Highland Rim Speedway. Tony Willis, on the other hand, driving car 99. He's an experienced driver. He's been here at Highland Rim Speedway and has won here many times before. So this is nothing unusual for Tony Willis to be setting up front in car number 99. Coming down here with 2 or 3 laps left to go in this race.
Definitely not his first rodeo, is it?
No, he's been here before, and he knows how to win, as we said earlier here at Highland Rim Speedway. And as you said, Harold, tonight, it's just been a question of who could survive. And Gary Binkley.
I think this may have finished him. I think he ran out of fiberglass and his work on the wheel. Yeah.
Gary got into the wall again over there in turn 4. It's just been a terrible night for Gary. And he's going to limp around the track in that number 7 car.
Stick a fork in it, it's done.
So much damage to that car, and it looked so good when this race started.
Beautiful car, beautiful.
But he's limping around the track, heading for the infield, just going to try to get off of the track and call it a night. With the scoreboard showing, I think that's 3 laps showing on the scoreboard left to go in this 50-lap feature.
Maybe if we had Goodies as sponsor, we could give him the Goodies Headache Award.
Well, I can't think of anybody that would deserve it anymore. There he is, the number 7 car of Gary Binkley. I tell you, Gary's a good driver, though, and he's a tough competitor, and it'll require some work, but he'll be back. And he'll be back more determined than ever before. We wish him the very best. I know it's disappointing. There he is. Disappointing to see his car in that kind of condition after a night of racing here at Highland Rim Speedway. So looks like the night's over for Gary. Green flag coming back out on the track as Tony Willis, car 99, comes around to take the green again. And we're going to wrap this thing up. Tony Willis in car 99 out in front. And Ray Bubba Bevel in the number 1 car running second. Coming around, Ruben Lancaster, car 10, still there. And Roy Doris, car 98 from Cottontown. Gary Moore in car 97. And as we mentioned before, back at the back, car 16, that's Joey Rogers, also from Cottontown. White flag comes out. This is the final lap of the race. Roy Doris has spun out over there in car 98 in turn 4. Tony Willis is going to have to get up high to get around him, and he does. And he takes the checkered flag, and it's all over. The checkered flag flies It'll be Tony Willis, the winner, finishing second. Ray Bubba Bevel in car 1. Gary Moore, car 97, I think, got a third place finish. And then Ruben Lancaster in car number 10. There's Roy Doris coming on around in car 98.
Doris was kind of in a precarious situation there, I tell you, sitting in the middle of turn 4.
He was in a bad spot. Well, here's the guy that managed to race here tonight and just to stay pretty much away from all of the wrecks and all of the trouble. And sometimes that's as important as anything, staying away from trouble. Tony Willis, car number 99, the winner in the 50-lap late model stock car feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. Tony Willis from Bowling Green in car number 99, taking the checkered flag and a victory here in this big 50-lap race in the late model stock car division tonight. So he's going to slide out of his car, taking just a moment to get himself together and get himself composed, and then he'll slide out. And there he is, popping out, sliding out of 99. Tony Willis from Bowling Green, the winner in the late model stock car 50-lap feature. There's a good shot of Tony Willis. And the Highland Rim Speedway banner, the gold medal Chevrolet Geo Dealers late model stock car feature race winner of the night, Tony Willis from Bowling Green, Kentucky. And the track photographer is getting some pictures, and this will get Tony Willis off to a good start in the points race for the 1997 racing season here at Highland Rim Speedway.
Drove a very, very smart race, stayed out of trouble, and it paid off for him.
And our congratulations to Tony Willis. Tony Willis. From Bowling Green. All right, there's your winner in the late model stock car 50-lap feature tonight. Tony Willis from Bowling Green, sliding back in his car and heading off the track. Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed this 50-lap feature, late model stock car division, and racing from Highland Rim Speedway here in Ridgetop. Remember, they race here every Saturday night. First race starts at 7:30. And, of course, come out early for time trials. You'll enjoy the time trials and all of the racing. And, of course, they have racing here each week in the Mini Cup, 4-cylinder, Super Street, late model sportsman, late model stocks, and taxi cab division. Folks, you've been enjoying stock car racing from Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. Racing at the Rim. Be sure and be watching next time when we're back with more excitement from Highland Rim Speedway.